Hello, hello, and welcome to Losers Become Winners for December 4th. Alpha's lead with SLB at 102%. There it is, 102% for SLB. SLB, there we are, when our stop is here at last bar low. Yes, last bar low. We are looking at 432 on the high of the candle. We can get some more momentum and get a slightly higher. We can get maybe if we can clear out $600 profit on this, and then it'll kill this, drop this nut of 48.76 down into something a little bit more reasonable. Also notice we're stuck at one contract, which gives us not a lot of firepower, and that's because we don't have a lot of firepower in the alphas at this time. But as the account grows and the opportunity comes, that will increase naturally on its own. So don't force the trade. Let the trade come to you, and don't overextend yourself in the number of contracts just because you think it's going to work out. No thinking, just planning. Execute your plans, stick to your rules. RXT is now in second place with 61%. Let's go there. And there it is there. It's running at 61, so it's running on the MA because it earned this 30, it triggered the 30% ROI rule. So this is creeping up ever so slightly, kind of nice. And I believe we are definitely, yeah, we are way past the entry point. So any exit will give us a point here, and we are looking at 737 on RTX. If RTX can continue moving up forward and cross over 988.96, along with about $2 in commissions, we can end up retiring RTX to the winner circle and reduce our lost leaders list. Coming to the end of the year, I would have to do the official numbers toward the end of the year, but I believe we had something like 25 winner circle retirees this year. That means we won back all our losses of 25 positions out of the lost leaders list. But I'll make it official at the last week of December, as we will close out these contenders and getting ready for the new contenders. And new contenders are in discussion as to possibility of, not possibility, we are looking for 10x. Yes, you heard it here first. We are looking for 10x contenders. So that's what's going on in the research department. Coming now to ATVI. ATVI has it still at far point. It's still waiting for a close below the 32 moving average. So there's our warning track. Nice move here on a nice, good, strong candle here. That's kind of good. So we can get some movement out of the green price channel in the up direction. Then we can start closing it on that exit. Taking us now to BMRN. BMRN is still also at its far points. There's warning track, and there's the entry point right there. So if we can get the 30 ROI on BMRN, we will be able to move the stop right here, which will be just slightly above entry point, which would be kind of good, because the reason is we'll be applying our first rule, and that is rule number 1, protect capital. Rule number 2, protect profit. Rule number 3, take profit. Rule number 4, exits do not retreat. And rule number 5, rinse and repeat. That takes us now to Adobe. Adobe is now running here at, it's also still at far point. It's only running at an 8% move so far. So there isn't much there. It owes 1450. So not a lot of money in our direction at this time, but every little bit helps. Rocks become pebbles, pebbles become profit, profit does pay back. Okay, that takes us now down to New Mount. That'll be the last positive contender for the alphas. And there is New Mount. And let's see if we can get this to, there we go. There we go, there we go. New Mount is a put. New Mount is a put. There's a lot of little rough, there's some resistance right in here in this zone. Our stop is already triggered the 30% ROI protection rule. We only have a little bit of way to go. We are at 62.30. We need to get down about 80 cents to get below that EP, and then look for an exit in this zone to see if we can get another point for the alpha before this contest ends December 31st. Anybody, everywhere will be going to flat, And on January 2nd, we'll be starting with the new contenders. That is the conclusion of the alphas. Let's go on now to the tigers. Here at the Tigers, we have XLE at 86.9%. Oh yeah, go go XLE, go XLE. Yes, that is really sweet. We can get that other remaining 14%, call it 14%, and remaining 14%, and we can get ourselves a nice other, we can get an ROI 100 for the Tigers, and the Tigers can then be able to add another point. The O is only it's at 428, and we're at 1947 is the ode. Okay, going on now to SPY, and now at SPY here, we're at SPY, and this is SPY. Now remember, this was a very pricey option at par. So we went further down looking for something to match our budget, and we went down as far as Delta 28. And it's already running 18%. That's still good in our direction. 856 is the target. So anything in that direction will help us with that in applying that. The rocks become pebbles, pebbles becomes profit, profit does payback. That takes us now to Verizon. In Verizon, we have 15%, and there is Verizon 15%. And look, the price channel is ever so slightly moving up. That's what we want. We want that price channel to start creeping up and eventually cross. We have till April. We have till April. The only thing that can hurt us here would be a spike. And there hasn't been many spikes in lately, but a spike is when you get when for some reason, let's say that overnight Verizon has some real bad news and it opens way down here in a gap, it touches us, gets us out, and then they find out that the rumor and the bad news really wasn't all that bad, and then it recovers. But it's too late. We get taken out of the trade. It happens. So you be prepared for that. You just do the best you can and stick to your rules. Going on now to our next positive is UAA. Now remember, UAA was a favorite child. We made some profit on UAA, and now we're looking at making some more to reducing this down to 1240 from the 1242. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was somewhere around 14 something when the Tigers got an exit and was able to pick up some, reduce that down. Going on now, we got Pepsi. Hey, Pepsi came in at 2%. Oh, not a big deal. But the track, the green price channel is sort of flatlining right here. As well, you can see the price is sort of flatlining and above. So the anticipation would be is to see if we can get the gram up there. But we have some strong candles right here, and we just crossed the MACD, just crossed into positive territory. That's what that blue arrow stands for. The stochastics is still in good running room. It's at 70, and 100 is the danger zone. And the stochastics is at 63. So this still has some nice potential to maybe able to make some ground up. That takes us now to the last final positive for the Tigers, and that's T minus at 0.27%. Yes, we read that correctly. That's all we got. But you can notice here that, again, the green price channel is ever so creeping up, and we only have we're at 118. We're at 118.25. We're about $7 short. So we're $7 short. We have an ATR of 277. So if in a perfect world this was to continue moving up, we would probably maybe be able to cross the green price channel in about 4 days. 3 to 4 days, we should be able to cross here, providing that, again, we're not pushed out and taken out. With that said, that is the conclusion of tonight's report for the losers become winners. The battling strategies, the alphas lead with SLB at 102%, getting a last bar low. Tigers at 14, alphas at 16, and I thank you very much for stopping by and checking it out.